Going to get started on the second part of the work today, and this is the big one. You know, the first time that we ran into a situation where, okay, we have a weird formula that we have to use to solve. We had secants, which are those line segments that touch the circle inside two places. We had this, and we have this secant, and they don't cross through the center, so they're not diameters. And we were looking for a specific angle, and in this case, it's this angle here, and they give you, I think it's 58 and 146. I'm going to use this as a guide. It's 56 and 146, so I lied. So I'll do this. And so if you have your intersection inside, then the measure of the angle, either this angle or this angle, right, is going to be 1/2 the sum of the two arcs. Sum of arcs. All right, and this is a very simple idea. You would have 56 and 46, and then cut it in half, and so it basically, you know, you're kind of finding an average, and then that ends up being that interior angle. And of course, this angle is going to be the same as this angle because they're vertical angles, and vertical angles are always congruent. You have another example where you just have a tangent and a secant, right? So you have this secant that cuts through here, and then you have, let's just say, a tangent that shoots out this way, right? And you're given, I'm going to call this 191, okay? Or I'll call it 190 just for fun. The same thing is true, only you don't have to add the two arcs together because it's only creating one arc. So in this case, so this is secants inside, this is tangent and secant, all right, and then so the measure of the angle is equal to 1/2 the arc cut, okay? And so that's really good. That's pretty easy. You have examples like that. And the third example, this is the one that changes, and it looks like this to a certain extent, but it's not that. Okay, so you have secant, shoot, that's what we did. Okay, let me redraw. Have a circle, two secants. Their vertex, or their intersection, is outside the circle. So we're going to say outside the circle. It's the same thing, right? Secants inside, 1/2 the sum. Secants outside, the measure of the angle is 1/2 the difference. And if you don't know sum and difference, sum means you add them together, difference means you subtract them. And that's really it. So you have two arcs here. You find the difference between the two. Say this is, 20, and say this is 70, right? You would find the difference between those two, then cut it in half, and you'd know that this was a 25-degree angle, but I digress. I did the work. I didn't want to do the work. I wanted you to see it and understand how to solve. And those are the three methods, or the three formulas for solving this stuff. I hope you use the videos. Like I said, use these videos on the exam. It's only going to serve to help. And what I'll probably do is, along with the exam, I'll post these videos so that I can let you know what the formulas are. I mean, I don't want you to be out in the dark and struggling and then feel like you have to go somewhere else and get it. I'm going to give you the answers in terms of formulas, but you're going to have to do the legwork.